friends, welcome back to our channel. As you know, we just got back from our Disney trip, so we thought let's go ahead and show you everything that we purchased while we were there.
We definitely did some damage at the Character Warehouse this time, as well as some of the stores around Disney properties like the parks and Disney Springs, so on and so forth, and Lorcana as well.
And Festival of Arts.
Yeah, and at Festival of the Arts.
What do we want to start with? Let's start with the only non-Disney thing that we got. I figured I'd just include this because it's new and it's relevant, but when we went to Target, because we had to get an SD card on this trip, I saw this. It's the new Bridgerton series book cover with Sophie and Benedict. So if you've watched the new season, let me know what you think, because I've watched part 1 already. Joshy is making his way through it with me now, but I liked it. I didn't love it, but I liked it. But I had to pick up the book because I collect all of these covers.
Yeah. One of our first things we did when we got into Florida was went to Epcot to explore some of the Festival of the Arts stuff and start our Lorcana journey. And we started off by buying the Trove box. So you can get, this is Arcazia's Island. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, but that's how I'm pronouncing it.
We got 2 of them.
Yeah. So this one is actually for a friend that we bought, and we collected some of the cards for him as well.
It comes with like a little scorekeeper and then some little dice too. And then it came with what, 10?
I believe it was 10, yeah. 8 booster packs. So it comes with 8 booster packs, and if you're going specifically to try and finish the whole thing with Lorcana, then buying the booster pack buying the Trove box really helps, because it's giving you a better chance of actually getting all the cards you need. And they also sell singular booster packs as well.
They did. But this was how you got the gift of purchase Stitch card. And then we had to get a Festival of the Arts pin as well. We got the pass holder one since it was our first time as pass holders. So we picked up that, and that was $22.
In the past, we bought a Daisy and Donald print with the fireworks in the background, as well as a couple of other ones, but this time we wanted to get our next piece in the trio. Lavender's not too set on the last one, but I really like it. But we wanted to go ahead and pick up the second one of the set.
This was the one that we really wanted the last time we went, and he was sold out of it.
Yeah, we sadly we went like the last week last time, and they were just out of a lot of stuff at that point. This time we were there the first week, so we made sure we were getting it.
Yeah, and then this was a new one that released this year, and this one is called Moved, and it's Mickey and Minnie on the People Mover. And when I saw this came out, I was just like, we have to get this, because we just love the People Mover so much, and this one is just so magical to me. So I was really excited that we were able to get this one. But the last one that Josh was talking about with the Donald and Daisy series, that one is I forget what it's called, but that one is just like them in a hotel room, and Donald is laying down, and Daisy is like almost like on the balcony, and you can see the castle through the window. It's not that I don't like it, it's just if we were choosing between the 2, I definitely liked this one more. Yeah. So I wanted this one more. And
I think like it gives us a reason to go back. And, both of those were done by Rob Kaz. If you haven't seen his artwork, we will link his portfolio down below, and I think he sells some prints, not Disney ones, but some other of his non-Disney stuff he sells on there.
Another thing, his non-Disney like animal pieces are featured in Animal Kingdom currently. I don't know how long they're there for, but it's a really nice little like feature there, and I think Island Mercantile is the shop, but one of those shops right there on like the main strip as you go towards the Tree of Life in Animal Kingdom. But lastly, the last big print we bought while we were there for Festival of the Arts was this one that we kind of just like happened upon. It's by Jared Maroyan. I can't even try, but that's the name. And we got this, we came across it, and I was just like, you know what, that would be perfect, since we are thinking about maybe later this year, next year, trying to start a family. This would be perfect for a nursery. So we did pick up this print with like the little plushies on the shelf, and I just think it is so darling and so sweet. and I can't wait to someday have this in a nursery with our kids. So I love it so much, and I'm so excited about this piece.
Yeah, it's a really nice piece. And we actually didn't see it the first day we saw it. We were there, and we only saw a smaller print. And we're like, we know if we come back, it's the first week, there's no way they're not going to have it anymore. So we came back the next day, and they had it. But sadly, the artist was no longer there. I think the first day we were there was his last day actually signing. So.
And then one thing that we always like to do when we are there is we always like to do the like scavenger hunt that they do. So there was this one this time where you do, and we never finished it.
Yeah,
I just realized we never finished it. But you take the like arts pieces, and it's figment in like the actual pavilions inside of these paintings, and so you go around and you put which ones it is on there. And whenever you purchase this, they always ask you if you want to go ahead and do it now. So we usually do, just because it is hard sometimes to get back to them. It's hard sometimes to find them. When we were in Canada, we could not find. No, it was when we were in Mexico. When we were in Mexico, we could not find it. Even in the UK, we couldn't find it. Yeah.
Some of them were a lot more tricky to find. We were looking around in a lot of the spots we found them in last year, but there weren't any. They were all the same paintings as the previous year, but none of them were the same locations.
Yeah. And then this was the completer one that I chose. There was a couple of different ones that you could choose from, and it's kind of like a sticker by number situation of figment, and I'm really excited to do it. And I guess there's a magnet also inside of the completed thing that you can put on your fridge.
That's cool.
That is all of the festival art stuff. So now we'll get into, let's go ahead and do the Character Warehouse stuff, because we have a lot from the Character Warehouse. Well, I'm just gonna pick off the top here. So we got this little shirt for our niece, Stevie, who is absolutely in love with Toy Story stuff right now. Hopefully this will fit her by the time that this Christmas comes around. I don't know if it will. The smallest they had was an extra small, but it's kind of like a cute little Toy Story. You've got Buzz, Rex, Woody, Jessie, the little aliens as ornaments, and then it just says Walt Disney World and Happy Holidays. So this is a cute little shirt, and it was only $7.99, so not too bad.
It seems like it's a new tradition of every time we go, we buy one of these sweatshirts. And this time I picked up the gray Mickey sweatshirt.
We always find these at the Character Warehouse, so it's really nice because it was only $14.99.
I'm not gonna always buy a new sweatshirt.
Yeah,
I don't mind them. Love them. And then I bought this Walt Disney World authentic original shirt. I'm not like the biggest into this clothing line, but I do kind of like this one, so I was like, you know what, I'd like this shirt, I'll get it. It seems like a really good quality shirt. And it's more of like, not as bold, not as Mickey, you know.
It's still pretty bold.
But still, like, it's not like Mickey Mouse on the front, which is a lot of stuff we do have from Disney. It's a little more like simple. So I thought it might be nice to have that.
$14.99.
$14.99. And it's originally $35, which I probably wouldn't pay $35 for this, even though it is a nice shirt. And then, this is actually, I bought the most at the Character Warehouse this trip that I think I've ever had. So I think I spent like almost $100. But here I got this Play in the Park shirt. This is, I guess, part of their not newest series, but the last series.
Yeah, it was 2025.
Yeah. So, a fun little design showing all the characters.
I didn't realize how much embroidery was on it. That's nice.
Yeah, it is a really nice shirt. Showing some of the park icons.
I want to say this was $12.99. I want to say.
Yeah, I believe so. And then I bought a hoodie because I love some hoodies. I always wear hoodies. Aside from some pins that I got a Donald and a Mickey, which I think both of these. Did I not get the? Never mind. I guess didn't get the Stitch. I thought I got the Stitch, but I got those two, and there wasn't a lot of other pin options. And
we got some Traders.
Yeah, I bought a pack of Traders.
The food and wine pack, and then we got some of, well, I guess I can go into what I bought. So we are planning a trip for 2027 January to go with our niece for the first time. And so they had this pin set that says my first pin, and then it has some like little Traders on it with a little lanyard. And so I got 3 of these. I got 2 for Traders and I got 1 to give to Stevie. So this will be a super cute little pack for her to have. If she wants to keep them, she can keep them, or she can trade these 2. I do hope she keeps this one though, because it will be her first pin.
Yeah.
But I'm just excited for her to be able to do the things that we love when we go. So we're kind of trying to put together the Toy Story shirt we'll give to her now, but like we're trying to put together stuff for her to have when we go to Disney. So we're just kind of picking up stuff along the way, but this will be one of the things that goes in like her little gift bag box for Christmas, like right before we go.
And then Lavender made a really smart play when she got those, because there was those for $10, and then when I bought, which was from Food and Wine, for $20, and mine came with 4. She got 2 of those for $10 with 3 each, and she got 6. And I was kicking myself. I was like, dang it.
Because when she rang that one up, because I was buying one of those anyways, I thought that was $20, but it ended up only being 10. When she rang them up, the Food and Wine one came up 20 and that came up 10. And I was like, wait a minute, is that only $10? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, can I put that back and get 2 of those? So I made a last minute decision. But so this is the stuff that I purchased from the Character Warehouse. So I got one of these shirts to match Joshua. So this is the Play in the Park one, but like the pink version. There's not much. So it's funny because the gray one had embroidery on it, and this doesn't have any embroidery.
Oh, I didn't even realize that.
It's all just kind of like
glitter almost?
Yeah, it's almost like a glitter vinyl. But still super cute. And then on the back, it doesn't have as big of a graphic. It just has a really small Play in the Park one. But this was, again, I think it was only $12.99. Oh, it was $14.99. So Josh's part was $14.99 too. But so super cute. We can have a little matching day. And then this, now I know this was only $12.99, and that was partially the reason that I bought it. But this was the 2025 Disney like zip up. They always do a zip up with the year on it. So I got it because I was like, you know what, it's only $12.99. And we bought the pin of this, and I just think Mickey looks so stinking cute, and obviously Minnie does too. But I just thought for $12.99, it'll be a really cute like throw on little zip up hoodie. And I don't have very many zip up hoodies, so I thought it would be nice to have. And then I got this little sweatshirt. The first time that we had went, I got this one, and it says like Walt Disney World on it, and it has like it has Mickey in his little Christmas hat with a little bow, and in the back of it, it says the sweetest time of the year, and it's just so cute. I just love it so much. I did get a double X in this, so I hope that it fits me well for Christmas, but I just love it, and I think it's really nice. I think this was, I want to say this was $19.99. I think these were $20. And then I got that at the first Character Warehouse that we went, and then on our rest day, we ended up going back to the Character Warehouse, and they had my size, or they had a double X in this Pluto little sweatshirt, because this was only $14.99 too. So I tried it on, and it fit me really great, so I did end up purchasing it. But it just says Pluto on the front of it, and it says Walt Disney World on the front, and it says Walt Disney World on the back with Pluto's little back. So super cute. I didn't realize that it said Walt Disney World on both sides. Kind of funny. And then I got 2 more things from the Character Warehouse. I ended up buying this water bottle. I've looked at this literally since our first trip ever going to Disney, and I've always looked at it and I'm like, oh, that is so cute. It's so cute. But I didn't want to spend $40 on it, and I'm also very worried about it like getting scratched up or beat up. But when I saw it there for only $14.99, and I was kind of like, you know what, this is gonna be my last opportunity to ever purchase this water bottle. So I did. I bought it for $14.99, and I'm gonna have to take very good care of it, but I do love it so much, and it's so cute. And then the last thing that I got, this was in the line queue when we were checking out. They had these little hats, these pink hats that have the castle with a little bow on it, and it says Disney Parks on the back. They had these in the checkout line for only $7.99. I had looked at this when we were in Epcot, and then I realized that it was in Epcot still for full price. So cute. Full price of $30, and then they were still selling it at the Character Warehouse for $7.99. So I was like, you know what? You can't really tell it's Christmas. I'm gonna buy it. So I bought it.
And then one other thing that I missed, we're preparing for our trip with my family next year. So we're trying to get ahead and buy things throughout our trips to come. And we went ahead and bought my dad a magic band, and he's not really into like all that kind of stuff. So we kind of struggled to figure out what we were just gonna get him a plain black one.
Yeah, we wanted to just get a plain black one, but we couldn't find them anywhere. And I had seen these on like people's vlogs and stuff like that when they go to the character warehouse, and we were like, you know what? If they have it, maybe we'll get it. So.
Yeah, and this is actually where it worked out because I could see like this is the one thing he likes that is a part of the Disney company, and it is the Avengers. He likes Marvel. Yeah, when I was younger, we would always go watch all the new Marvel movies that would come out. So I think it works out.
Yeah, I think it's really nice. So one thing that I've always thought about getting, I've looked at these before, the Build-A-Headband little guys. So I ended up buying them because I thought of this idea of putting them, I always wear these headphones when I'm just like cleaning around the house. So I thought of the idea of putting them on my headphones so that I have like a little Disney touch when I'm cleaning around the house. So I bought the Mickey and the Minnie, and I went ahead and just bought the headband too in case I ever want to wear them in the parks. But I think it turned out so good. Yeah. I think it turned out really good. So this is what it looks like.
Yeah, it turned out really good.
So they are like a little heavy. Like I probably am not going to be able to like clean the toilet with them on or something like that. If you're looking down, they do get a little heavy and pull down. But other than that, like it's perfectly fine. So if you wear headphones around the house when you're cleaning, or if you're editing or something like that, it'd be a cute little Disney magic to it. So super cute, and I'm really happy that I got them.
So I like to always try to get hats on these trips to add to my Disney collection. This time I found this really cool black on black Walt Disney World stitched hat, and it even has a 71. Do we know what 71 stands for?
It was when Magic Kingdom opened.
It was. So, black on black, really like it. I wanted a black hat for Disney because I feel like all the other ones kind of like you can tell when they wear over time. I feel like black will last a little better. And then on top of that, it was getting really cold, so I was really happy to find this.
We had been looking for a beanie that was Disney, because a lot of the beanies that they sell there when it gets cold is just like a generic black beanie. It doesn't have any kind of logos on it. And I just randomly found this in Epcot in the America Pavilion.
I was really happy to find it. I'm going to try to. I've been on the lookout the entire trip. Those hats with the Mickey ears.
He wants the Sherpa hat with the Mickey ears.
Those look so cool. So I want one so bad, but
maybe they'll restock. It's just that was like... So. That was in the time that we weren't going to Disney.
Yeah.
Okay. This was something that I went into the trip wanting. I'm not a hat girl, but this is the second hat that I bought this trip. But one of our sayings with this channel is have a magical day. And then when we made our like banner thing to put in the window for decor, it was have a magical day. So I had seen this circulating over TikTok, and I was like, you know what, if we see it, I'm gonna buy it. And the only place that we saw it was in Hollywood Studios, so I had to get it. But it just says having a magical day. It has a little Mickey there on the side, and on the back it says Walt Disney World.
So while we were on this trip, Lavender saw that they were phasing out with a company that was in charge of making all of their phone cases for D-Tech. Which D-Tech was the company that was phased out, right?
Yeah, because they had the little area in the co-op in Disney Springs, that little store there. They had that area where you could customize, phone cases, AirPod cases, Apple Watches, things like that. But then that got taken away, and now they're phasing out. They've discounted them half price, right? Half price. Yeah, all the stuff that they still have is half of the price that it was marked originally. Apparently their contract ended, and now it's going away. So if you are going in the next couple of weeks, if you want a phone case or anything like that, you will have to look around to find your size, because that's what we were having to do. But the Emporium seemed like to have the most sizes and the most options for cases. Yeah. So we both picked up one. I got this one with all the gang on it. This was the one I really wanted. I did end up buying two, but once I found out that they're not MagSafe, I returned the other one because I was like, that's gonna really limit the amount that I use it. Yeah. Just because I do really like having a pop socket.
Yeah. So, and I was thinking about returning mine because one thing that I've grown accustomed to is I use a wallet on the back of my phone case. So I've really grown to like that's embedded in my brain. So I was, but that was really like the fact that I keep my phone and my wallet together is really embedded. So if I can't do that, it's gonna be like I'm nervous I'm gonna forget a wallet somewhere. But I'm thinking I might try to like get myself out of it. That's why I didn't want to return it quite yet. But anyways, this is the one I picked up, and I just really love like the sketch look. I think that's such a cool kind of look, and the 3D effect to it is really nice too. So I got that one. And then another thing is the texture on the sides of them.
Yeah.
They really kind of like feel weird on your hands. So
it did start to hurt my hands when I was like pulling my phone in and out of my pocket at the parks. I do feel like maybe it's starting to get like a little bit softer now.
Maybe it's like a pair of shoes you just gotta like get used to it, get worn.
But it's just kind of like a texture that just like almost rubs your hand raw after time.
If anything, maybe I can just use it around the house. I don't know. I'll figure out a use for it.
Okay, so this was something that I guess I had also seen before we went. I feel like always the rest of the clothing is stuff that I had seen before we went and I was kind of looking for. So I was looking for this like Taylor Swift-esque little friendship bracelet shirt. So I got all my shirts in a 3X except for one that they only had in a 2X. But it says Walt Disney World on it and it's like all beads and little charms, and it's just so cute. I love this so much, and I'm gonna get so much wear out of this. I know I will. And then this was a viral t-shirt, and I could only find it in like mediums. And then when we were leaving Hollywood Studios from Fantasmic, we walked into the shop and they had 2 XXs, and as soon as I got mine, somebody else got the other one and they were gone. So XX is not the size I usually wear, but we are on a health journey. So I'm hoping that by my birthday, I will be able to comfortably, I can wear it now. Like it fits me now. It's just not comfortable. You know, I like an oversized t-shirt. It's this little cake shirt. It has very vintage vibes to it. You've got Mickey, Minnie, Goofy, Donald, and Daisy. So, and it's just this really cute. It's just so cute. It's just so cute. I love it so much. I love it so much. But it was $39.99. That shirt was $36.99. But yeah.
So we're not really gonna be showing all the pins because we're gonna have a pin video. So
I don't even think we need to have a pin video. We can, but
it'll be a short, fun little thing. It's something we always do. But I won't show all the ones we got because some of them are on our pin folio right now.
These are the rack pins that we got.
Yeah. So I picked up this one just because I thought it was a really fun set. It's from Brother Bear, Coda and what's his?
Kenai.
Coda and Kenai.
And I forget the mooses.
With the mooses. But I thought that was a really cool one. And we don't really have much Brother Bear stuff. So I wanted to get it.
And then we always pick up a year pin. So we got the 2026 Mickey and Minnie one. The only other one they had was a spinner pin. But we already have a spinner pin, so we just decided to get that one. Another thing that I feel like doesn't get much representation that we love and just means so much to us is Elemental. So we saw this pin when we were in Animal Kingdom, and we kind of just had to have it. So it's Ember and Wade on there in Element City. It's so beautiful. I love it.
So I had to buy this shirt because, as we all know, this ride is closing down. As of recording this, the day after tomorrow.
Or tomorrow.
So this is one of the last days you can ride it. Once you see this video, you can no longer ride it.
Yeah.
Dinosaur.
This was the only one they had, and it was his size when we got off of it that morning in Animal Kingdom.
Yeah.
So
we had to get it.
It's so sad. I really am sad about that. So this was something that I kept going back and forth on of, do I buy it? Should I buy it? I don't need it, but I want it. So I did end up buying it, and I do not regret it at all. But I got the like iconic Mickey yellow sweatshirt where it has the gorgeous like multicolored Walt Disney World, and then cutesy little Mickey. I love the color. I love the color so much. I usually buy 3Xs in the sweatshirts, but I ended up getting a 2X in this because it just felt really good on and it looked nice. And the 3X just looked so big. So maybe it's a little oversized if you're planning on buying it, but I love it so much. I do.
And then while we were in Hollywood Studios, we FaceTimed our niece Stevie, and we showed her some of the statues and stuff. And then we talked with my sister Megan about what we could get her because she has a lot of Toy Story stuff, but she does not have the Slinky.
Yeah.
She has all the ones that are from the same set as this Slinky, just not this Slinky. So.
And it's perfect because I was in my Slinky dog outfit.
So we got this to give to her. We're not going to give it to her for Christmas or anything. We're just going to give it to her when we see her, hopefully this weekend.
Yeah. And then the last clothing item that I bought, and this is something that I have thought about for so long.
Oh, yeah, I know.
When we went, probably like back in February of last year, I think this collection had just dropped and we couldn't find it anywhere because as soon as they got them back in stock, they were flying off the shelves. So I was going back and forth between wanting a like zip up hoodie, and I was going back and forth between which one I wanted to get. Because there was this one, there was like a different one that had like a little Mickey on the back of it. There was the new one for 2026 that was the best day ever collection. But I went back to this one and I was just like, you know what? I have been wanting this one for a really long time. And so I just finally did it. So this was $80. Maybe it was $90. I can't remember. I've already worn it once, so I took the tag off. But it's got the Sorcerer Mickey hat on it. And you've got Walt Disney World across the sleeves and the back. And then you have Sorcerer Mickey there on the back. So I ended up getting this in a 2X too, just because the 3X felt really big actually. So I got a 2X in it and I love it so much. I don't regret it at all, even though it was really expensive. And the applique is kind of like a lot, like there's a lot going on here, but it's so good.
Yeah.
So good. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. I can't wait to wear it.
That one.
He's glad because he gets to wear it.
Well, yeah, that, but also when we were there, she was taking so long to try to figure out because she was going back between 3 of them. And she kept being like, oh, what do you think? And then she would be like, oh, I don't know. And then she'd put one back, and then she'd grab them again. And it got to the point where I was like, we have to leave.
I have a couple more things to show. I got 2 mugs while we were there. I got this one when we were in Animal Kingdom. Again, I've seen this one online. And when we saw it, I was like, you know what? I do need to get that mug. So it says, Tigger, is that you? And it has cute little Pooh Bear on it. And it's like a realistic looking tiger. So, and then the back of it just says Animal Kingdom. And I just love it so much. And I can't wait to wash it and now start to use it for my morning coffee.
It's a really cool one.
Yeah. And then we saw this one when we were when we were in Hollywood Studios. And I was just, Eeyore means a lot to us just because it kind of represents our dog that passed away 2 years ago. So I saw this like sketch mug of Eeyore and it just felt like I needed it. And you just have a bunch of like little sketches of Eeyore and it's just really cute and the inside's purple. So got 2 different Winnie the Pooh mugs, but I love them. They're really nice. But last thing that we got, our friend asked us to pick her up some pins, so we did pick up the Disney dog set for her. So I'm very curious to see what she gets. I think she said she really wanted Little Brother, so we'll see what she pulls. This was something that we searched high and low for. We literally found like this initial necklace in Disney Springs. They did not have an L or an M, which is Lavender Moss. That's my 2 initials. So I really wanted one of these. And so we asked the lady in Disney Springs and she was like, Big Top Souvenir has 10. So we immediately left, ran to Magic Kingdom, and they did have them. And I got my little Mickey monogram necklace. So I'm very happy with this. I did wear it a bunch when we were on the trip. And I just think it's so cute. I love it so much. So I'm very happy that I was able to find it and get myself one. And then this is the last thing. I always get a charm when we go to Disney. for my Pandora bracelet. Every trip I always get one. And this trip, this was the one I chose. So it just says, it's this one right here. It says My Happy Place, and it's got little balloons on it. And then if you flip it over, it's the castle. So I think that one's really pretty, and I really liked it. And I needed to get one that was not a dangle, so I picked that one. And we're starting to fill up. My next charm is gonna have to go on the outside. So we're filling up over here. One thing to note about the Pandora bracelets is I asked them when we were in the parks when I bought that in Magic Kingdom if they could clean it, and she was saying that the only place that on property that does cleaning is Disney Springs. So you can go to Disney Springs and get your bracelet, necklace, whatever it is that you have of Pandora, clean there for free. So we were able to go get it cleaned, and then I added my charm on. So that's everything we bought, I think.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like we bought as much this time, especially with pins. It kind of feels like we kind of backed off of the pins a lot this trip.
It wasn't on purpose. Like, I wanted to buy pins, but I just feel like they didn't have much.
Yeah.
We bought some of the 2025 Wave Bs. But we kind of just came to the conclusion of like, I don't really like these.
Yeah, a lot of them we're not huge on, and like the ones that we did like were like, are they, do we like them enough to warrant buying a lot of these packs to get them? Or should we just try to wait and see if we can trade them or find them on boards?
And pin trading was awful. Yeah. We did not find hardly anything with pin trading. It was really bad. We had some lucky times where we got to boards or cast members earlier and we were able to actually trade for a reel. But so many people, you just watched them when you were in line of trading for a real pin and putting on a fake pin, and it's just so frustrating when you're trying to do the right thing and you've got your real pins to trade with, and knowing that that real pin that you're putting on the board is going to be probably replaced by a Boo Boo Kitty pin. If
it's a kid that's doing it, that's one thing, but if it's someone who's going to sell that, that's when it's like, okay, that's really but also it was Hollywood Studios, I think. I didn't trade a single pin that day. That was so disappointing.
I traded a Boo Boo Kitty for a Boo Boo Kitty. That was the only trade I
trade a single pin. It just was like, dang, it's really that bad. To like, I didn't see anything the entire day.
Yeah, it was rough for pin trading.
Yeah.
Hopefully April will be better. I don't know if we've really said, but we will be back April 15th. That's our next trip. We're gonna do a whole recap video from this trip too, and we'll kind of announce what's going on with it, because we were wanting to try to change things around, but it's just not going to work out. So we're going to keep our original dates and our original resort. All right, but thank you so much for watching. Oh, did you say this?
Oh, no, I didn't. Oh my gosh, yeah. Completely forgot about that. This is probably one of the biggest purchases I made of the entire trip, because this is something I've been looking at, like your, what was it you said you've been looking at for like ever?
No, my water bottle.
Yeah, like Lavender's water bottle. I've been looking at this every single trip that we've gone, and I've just never bought it. Every time I'm like, next time. And this was the time. So, finally got it.
I love it. It looks so good on it. It looks really good with your hat, too. But you wore it our date night at Disney Springs, and it was really cute. But that's all we bought. That's everything. So thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned because the vlogs are coming your way very, very soon. We can't wait to share all the magic with you. Thank you for watching. Have a magical day.
Bye.